Hello and welcome to Mindful Mondays. Today's topic is, but I can't talk to God about that. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe it was something you were ashamed of. Maybe you did something and you feel like you might just die if anyone found out about it. And for sure, you don't feel like it's safe to talk with God about it. I think for a lot of people, sexual things especially fit into this category of things that I can't talk to God about. Maybe it was a negative feeling, and you knew it was a negative feeling you weren't supposed to have, you weren't supposed to entertain, but you did. Maybe that negative feeling was toward God Himself. Maybe a terrible thing happened, and you can't understand why God didn't stop it. And you're pretty mad about it, and you're not sure God is good at all. And it felt like expressing that would be, too far in the realm of disrespectful, and that it might be somehow dangerous to express that to God. Maybe you had a question that you didn't think you were allowed to ask. Maybe something in the Bible seems to fly in the face of everything that's right and good, and you don't know how to sort it out, and it doesn't feel safe to question the Bible to, God. Maybe you had actual doubts about God. Maybe you even wondered if there even is God. I would submit to you that you absolutely can talk to God about all of that. The thing you're ashamed of, God knows. You can't surprise God. We are told that God knows when a sparrow falls, knows the number of hairs on our head, knows our thoughts. God knows. And no one, anywhere, at any time is less likely to pile more shame on you than God. Sexual stuff? Who invented sex? I would submit that our designer did. I'd submit that you can even pray to God during sex. For real. Your negative feelings, your doubts, your questions. Have you considered that maybe God is just waiting for you to ask? To bring it up with God, waiting for that opportunity to open your understanding or to set you free from something that just has hold of you and you can't get out of its grip. And I think the very best place that we can take our doubts about God is to God. When I taught Sunday school, I urged my students all the time, if they had doubts, if they had questions, to keep asking them, even if it made others around them uncomfortable, even if it made the adults in their lives mad. Your faith is a thing between you and God, not a thing you can borrow from one of your parents or your neighbors. It has to be negotiated on a personal basis. Yes, sure, we should be seeking wise counsel and sound teaching from spiritually mature people. Absolutely, yes, we should not be Lone Ranger people of the faith. But even those spiritually mature people and those great teachers, they can't carry your faith for you. Your faith is between you and God. It's for you to work out with God. This requires conversation. Ask your questions. Present your dilemmas. God isn't afraid of them. Reading the Bible shows us that. If you just read a little while, you can see some pretty pointed questions. Read the Psalms, and you'll probably find that there's no question you're thinking of asking that is worse than the questions that the psalmists asked. God isn't small. God isn't puny. God is not insecure. God isn't frightened by facts, and God is not going to go up in a puff of smoke just because you pushed on something that made no sense to you. The next time you find something you just can't pray about, my challenge to you would be to stop right that moment and just do it. Just pray about it. Just take it to God. Just talk to God about it directly. Invite God into the mess. Really, no one else is more equipped to help you to clean the mess up. So that's all for this week. Have a blessed week, and I will see you next time.